everybody about patreon.com/easyallies.
Hi, we're Easy Allies, a group of friends producing reviews, podcasts, shows, and live streams covering video games and other types of entertainment. There's lots of ways to get involved in the stuff we make and to benefit from our reward tiers based on your level of support. Here's a rundown of what we're up to on Patreon, YouTube, and Twitch.
Shout out to all the artists who work on video games. You bring everything to life.
First and foremost, we're here to talk about games. We review and preview as many of the newest games as possible, react to the biggest premieres, attend industry events, and sometimes bet on announcements, invite developers to our studio, and cover favorites that deserve a second look. If you want to stick around for longer discussions, we have 4 ongoing podcasts. The Easy Allies podcast is our weekly analysis of the biggest headlines in video games, moderated by Kyle Bossman. Frame Trap, hosted by Ben Moore, dives deeper into what we're spending our time with, whether it's the hottest game releases, more obscure games, or other media like music and TV shows. Our most passionate and critical Nintendo fan, Michael Damiani, focuses on the latest news from the Big N on Friendcode. Movie buffs Ian Hank and Michael Huber study film trends and genres on Reaction Shots, which features its own Patreon rewards at $7, where you can submit questions and get the podcast early. When we're not chatting about games, we're playing them on Twitch. You can find the whole gang on our group stream every Tuesday night. Every other week, we're playing a game chosen by patrons in the $15 Stream Team tier. And we have more regular streams together throughout the week. If you miss any of this live, you can scan the archives at youtube.com/easyalliesplays. We also stream special events throughout the year, such as a quarterly induction ceremony into our Hall of Greats, predictions, awards, Nintendo Directs, State of Plays, and more.
The conversation we're going to have is around the reaction to it.
That's just the beginning of the stuff we do. Our main YouTube channel is full of other fun shows and features. There's Mysterious Monsters, a game show stacked with trivia, RPG elements, and special guests. Fiasconauts is an improv role-playing adventure. On Huber Syndrome, we let our passionate host loose on whatever he feels like hyping up, and his Prison of Love is a chance to trap another ally and force them to play his favorite games. Don's Design Lab unleashes our creativity as we work with mastermind Don Casanova to build and test Mario Maker levels together. On Trailer Jones, we discuss and score trailers for movies and games. Kyle Bossman's Box Peak takes us on an animated odyssey into the world of competitive peaking. In Achieve It Yourself, we attempt to complete achievement-style challenges sent to us by patrons. And each week on Easy Update, Ian Hank surprises us in a variety of ways that can include playing games, making short films, writing songs, chatting with other allies, or just experimenting with new ideas.
What fun!
What
For just $1 per month on Patreon, you get access to even more shows and content exclusive to patrons. There's Spoiler Mode, a worry-free discussion about the most recent plot-heavy games, movies, and shows. Cup of Jones is our weekly update that covers changes to our various channels and answers your questions about our business. If you upgrade to $5 per month, you get early access to some of our main shows, as well as additional input like submitting questions and games for the Easy Allies podcast. And for $20, you can submit questions to our monthly live Q&A and get answers from several members of the team at once.
Divisive.
Yeah. They had to have known. They had to have known.
All of this is possible because of the continued support we receive on our various channels, but we exist primarily because of Patreon. Consider becoming a part of Easy Allies and look at what additional benefits you might enjoy, like receiving monthly fan mail from a random ally, joining the monthly credits of the Easy Allies podcast, or contributing to our monthly community showcase, which highlights the best music, videos, drawings, and opinions from our fans.
Okay, I'll eat them.
Thanks for taking the time to learn more about us. We look forward to seeing you in our comments or chat.
Excellent playing tonight.
Right here on Easy Allies! Yay!
Yay! So that was our Patreon promo intro. That is long overdue. We've had a couple intro videos over the years on Patreon, but that is going to be our new Patreon video. When you go to patreon.com, you want to learn more about Easy Allies. That's what you can go and learn more about Easy Allies. Yeah, a little fun shout out to Amanda at the end there. So that was long overdue. I'm going to talk more about that in our editorial today, talk about how that came together, what promos you can look forward to moving forward. And there we go. It's Cup of Jones, everybody. Cheers. Welcome to Cup. we are an hour early today because Media Molecules come by the studio and they're going to play Dreams with us. Woo! That's going to be a lot of fun. When is that? I can't remember exactly what time that starts. Hello. Blood's going to correct me, but let's see if I can beat him to it. Looks like that starts at noon. I think that's from noon to 1. So thanks to Media Molecule for stopping by. We weren't really sure how early we could mention that, so didn't mention that before today because it happens today. But yeah, they're going to come by and they're going to show off Dreams. Dreams launches in just a couple days. I'm planning on reviewing Dreams. I got no idea what that game's going to be like. Hi, Amanda. Huh?
I'm not here.
Okay, Amanda's not here. You're not? No, you're not here. Like, you can't say you're not.
I'm not here.
Okay. And I don't know how long it's going to take me to review Dreams. We'll see. I have no idea what all the stuff that's going to be there at launch. It's going to kind of be like playing that game all over again. So starting from scratch, potentially. But yeah, it's not something where you can jump into the game early because it's just kind of everyone who has early access, all of that just kind of flips over. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, getting cracking on that. And yeah, it's a new promo. The editorial today will focus on it. There's a lot of fun shows that we've done in the 2 weeks since I've last done a live Cup of Jones, but I specifically wanted to focus on the latest episode of Occasional Board Game Show. If you missed it, Michael Huber hosted Resident Evil 2. So some people were mentioning they weren't a fan of the games that we had played on Occasional Board Game Show. Hopefully Resident Evil 2 is extremely on brand. Hopefully that is something that you enjoyed. Let us know. If you didn't enjoy that, if you have other recommendations for Occasional Board Game Show. But I was like, there we go. Hopefully that's a game that people will be pleased with. I think it turned out being like a 3-hour episode. I have not seen the entire thing. But thank you, Huber, for introducing that to the group. If you missed it, we announced previously that on February 18th for our Tuesday night group stream that night, we will be doing a Magic the Gathering tournament. Myself and Brad Ellis will be hosting this tournament. Competing in the tournament will be Ian Hank, Ben Moore, Daniel Bloodworth, and Michael Huber, I believe. They will be the 4 contestants that will be competing against each other, playing Magic the Gathering, and we will be raising money for relief of the Australia fire. Yes, the fires in Australia. So tune into that on the 18th. That will be the first time we have streamed Magic the Gathering. That'll be the first time we have done a charity. Well, that'll be first time we've done a charity in 2020. We haven't done a charity in a while, and that will be our first tournament of 2020 as well. So lots of firsts coming up on February the 18th, and you might have possibly missed that. But sorry you have to miss that, Soulcaster, but you can maybe catch it after the fact. Yeah, there we go. Let's look at the schedule. Seems like I'm skipping over a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of questions pertaining to the stuff that we've been doing the last couple weeks. So boom, there is your schedule. Today at noon, Dreams Developer Showcase. For just an hour, we will be checking out. Curious if we're going to be just doing one thing for an hour, if we're going to be checking out all sorts of other stuff. Curious if they're going to want us to play it, or if they're going to be showing us off stuff. Whenever I hung out with Media Molecule, I can never get my hands on the controller. So they might steal the controller and be like, no, we're going to make Dreams. But we'll see. Today at 2 is also Amateur Gundam Construction. Shout out to Mr. Kyle Bossman, who unfortunately had to go home because of he had to go home to spend some time with his family. But so he will not be there. Shout out to Michael Huber, who I believe is going to be stepping in for him on Amateur Gundam Construction today. Might not be there the entire time, so might just be a little Brad Ellis Ben Moore joint for a little bit. Tomorrow, Stream Team, 1 p.m., Making It Right, going back to Metroid Prime. Hopefully Michael Damiani will download it ahead of time. Hopefully it'll be available